Okay guys, here we are with the deck recipe of the deck I was just using. It was time Yubel Neph, but then I'm like, oh, there's that glitch again. Anyways, time Yubel Neph, but now it's just Yubel Neph. So let's see. So our opponent did send us a message. Yeah, Yubel, I'm guessing he's salty about losing to Yubel, is the worst card, and sort of saved your behind. My message to him was Yubel the Great. Yep, Yubel the Great and his sword of revealing light. He prevailed in that round. Oh boy. Alright, I fixed the card for you guys. So yeah, anyways, let's get to the deck recipe because, oh, why not? Alright, so we have one Armageddon Knight. Basically, you summon him, and he puts a dark in the grave. Most of the time, I'm gonna target Yubel, but some of the times, I'll just go for Plague Spreader because I like to do my Bryonic play, and then dump Yubel in the grave, which is a good thing to do too. And I like to dump the Nephthys because it is, well, it's easy to kind of bring them out of the grave, so yeah. One Dandelion. Basically, I put this in there because it stalls for a turn. It gives tribute stuff. Also, it's really good with handed Nephthys. And when it hits the graveyard, it special summons 2 plant tokens, fluff tokens. So, yep. Pretty good. One Dark Dragon, 2800 attack. And if you don't know what he does by now, I mean, here's the effect, so. It's very easy to know why I put him in here. 2 Dark Greffers. 3 is good, but I kind of wanted to use something. I kind of wanted to make this card more reliable. So yeah, 2 of them. And basically, he's here to put Yubel in the grave because you discard a level 5 or higher dark monster to special summon him if you want to, or you can normal summon him. And you can send a dark from your hand to the grave, which means you can dump a Yubel to get a Plague Spreader, or dump Yubel for Yubel. The options are endless. 1 Dark Nephthys, 2 is a little too much because I don't want to banish all my dark monsters. So, yeah. Basically what he does is if you have 3 or more dark monsters in your grave, you can banish 2 and from the grave, of course, and banish 2 of the dark monsters from the grave to special summon this on your next standby phase, and when it's special summoned, it destroys a card on the field. So basically, if you're dealing with this card and your opponent has like a set card, for example, do not set anything because this will blow up this card. Or no, this... Can I speak English today? Okay, if you're facing against this card, make sure you don't set anything, because it will probably, yeah, it'll blow up your spell and trap. Unless if you have like 5 back row, then, you know. And yeah, it has to blow up back row, so try to get it to blow up your opponent's back row. In this deck though, oh boy, sorry about that. Anyways, you yeah, you banished 2, so you banished Mystic Tomato, Sangan, Dark Grepher, and yeah, that's pretty much the gist of that. And yeah, 2400 attack. Now I lost total track of what I was saying. 2-hand Nephthys. You can tribute this and another monster to bring out Sacred Phoenix Nephthys. And yeah, we need 2 of them because it's kind of hard to draw into this monster. And you can use this with the dandy tokens, scapegoat tokens. You can use it to get the Yubel. Why is everything barking today? Hold on. Anyways, so yeah, basically you tribute another monster and you get a 2400 guy. And then you usually would ram it into your opponent and then they mirror force it, not knowing that it blows up spells and traps when it comes back on the field, because, yeah, I'll get into that in a little bit. 3 Mystic Tomato, searches out the deck, you go Mystic Tomato, Mystic Tomato, Mystic Tomato, Yubel, Armageddon into a Plague, whatever. So yeah, it's there for that reason. 1 Plague Spreader, basically you Synchro fit. Sacred Phoenix Nephthys. I only have 1 in here because it kind of becomes a dead draw, really. I mean, if it's in your hand or in a deck, then hand Nephthys can bring it out. So, yeah. Basically, when this card is destroyed by a card effect, which means Solemn, Mirror Force, Torrential, Saristiku Armor, not Bottomless and not Deep Prison. Basically anything that destroys the instance into the grave. And then it comes back from the grave, and when it's special summoned, it destroys all spells and traps, and you can't solemn it because it's due to an effect, not by actually being summoned like it normally would. So yeah, that's the thing to know. That you can't solemn stuff that's brought out by an effect. It's oh, I don't remember what it's called. It's like inherit summon or something. That's how Cyber Dragon is. I don't know, but you can't do anything because it's by a card effect. Or maybe you can actually. I don't know. No one's ever solemned it, so I don't know if you can or not. 1 Sangan gets you monsters from your deck. Simple as that. Really great use with Nephthys and Crush Card. 2 Calculators. 3 is still a little too much because it can be a dead draw, but basically since Yubel is such a high level, 12, 11, 10s, and Nephthys is a good level 8, you can get up to a grand total of 3,000, 8,000, so 5,400 attack points, which is pretty much an OTK, almost. 200 points off though, but you know, really good Yubel. 3 Yubel, can't be destroyed by battle. You take no battle damage from battles involving this card. If this card is in face of attack and is attacked by an opponent's monster, your opponent takes damage equal to that monster's attack. And at the end phase, if it's on the field, you need to tribute another monster. Otherwise, this card will leave the field, will destroy itself. But it doesn't get the other effect to special summon out Terror Incarnate if it destroys itself. It has to be by another effect that destroys it, which you've seen plenty of ways to do that by now. 2 Terror Incarnates. Basically, this is a better version of Yubel, because you don't have to tribute 1 at the end phase, and basically what it does is 1 cannot be well, let's go over the basics. All Yubels can't be destroyed by battle, take no battle damage from battles involving the card. Your opponent takes damage equal to attack that they attack this attack position monster with. I mean, you've seen the video, the guy ran to me with Shining. And yeah. So this one in particular, at the end phase, destroys all monsters on the field. And if it leaves the field by any means, by being banished, by being destroyed, by being sent back to the deck, you get the biggest form of them all, Yubel, the ultimate nightmare. I'm only playing 1 though. As you can tell, 3 because I kind of have a hard time getting into these which I want them in the grave. 2 with Terror Incarnates because they can be brought back from the grave by this effect, so deck and grave, pretty good. And hand. I'm pretty sure, right? Hand, deck, or grave, yeah. And when this one leaves field, this one you can get this with from the hand, deck, or grave as well. And basically, it can't be destroyed by battle, take no battle damage, and its special effect is if this card attacks your... Okay, so if you attack this card, it will automatically destroy your opponent's monster, and your opponent takes damage equal to that attack. So, it doesn't work against Stardust because Stardust would negate it. So, yeah, that's a problem right there. Let's see, 2 hand destruction. I think it's necessary to get Yubel in the grave. Most people play Allure of Darkness, but hand destruction I think is a little better in this situation. 1 heavy storm gets right back row, 1 lightning vortex. You can discard 1. I usually do Yugioh 5ds or I do Yubel to get in the grave, so I can use the next card, also reborn for nephthys, and then get Torrential Incarnate and do the combo, which is one of the other ways you can do this. 1 mystical space destroys a back row, or you can do it to destroy the limit reverse, but it's not really needed. Pot of Avarice, turn 5, draw 2, you know that. Now Scapegoat gives you 4 sheep tokens when activated in defense position, and basically use it for hand nephthys, or you can Synchro them off. Anyways, that's pretty much that. 2 shield crush, you can take it out personally. I like it because if I monster reborn or I Mystic Tomato into Yubel, it's kind of hard for me to destroy it. So I can do defense position, Yubel, shield crush, Terror Incarnate, or I can go Terror Incarnate defense and get the last one, and then the last one basically just screws over your opponent really well. 1 Sword's Revealing Light saves me in a duel. I mean, you know what it does, so basically stalls until you get what you need. 2 Compulse gets rid of Stardust, basically. That's the only reason I really have it in here. And Bryanak is a problem too because Bryanak can wreck Yubel. Stardust and Bryanak is probably like the 2 things you need to watch out for in this deck. Oh yeah, and Kaya's if you don't have Terror Incarnate. If you only have the first form, Kaya's becomes a problem too. So yeah, anyways. So you do this to send back Stardust Dragon, and then you send back Stardust Dragon pretty much, and Bryanak. I was playing Forbidden Chalice, but it didn't do too much for me. Basically I had Forbidden Chalice to stop Bryanak's effect, so, and Kaya's too, but you know, I had to take it out because it wasn't working well. And I can't run Skill Drain because it wrecks my deck if it does. Crush card, basically you go into, when you go into Yubel, Terror Incarnate, if they found a way to manage to get rid of this, you might as well just crush card it so it doesn't go wherever they want it, and it'll just stay in the grave. So yeah, I recommend crush carding it, or you can sangan crush card, Plague Spider, but yeah, mostly it's for the last means of defense for Ultimate Nightmare. Also, you can use it on Terror Incarnate to get Ultimate Nightmare, I think, right? Yeah, I believe. So yeah. 2 limit reverse, 3 kind of clogs up the deck, and basically you set it and you get something with 1000 attack or less. And there you go, 3 bells, get that. And just so you know, you can't bring out the bigger forms unless it's brought out by a Yubel effect. So that's why there's 3 of these, so I can get these easily. So yeah, limit reverse brings back a 1000 attack point or less monster, And if it's changed to defense, it destroys a monster. If this card leaves the field, destroy the monster. So yeah, Heavy Storm, chain this, bring out Yubel, Terra Incarnate. Do this, put Yubel in defense, Terra Incarnate. Your opponent does Armageddon Knight, tries to send this card back, chain, Yubel, and then Terra Incarnate, and then they'll get rid of Terra Incarnate and get into Ultimate Nightmare, probably wreck you. But, you know, just saying. One Mirror Force destroys all your opponent's attack position stuff. One Torrential Tribute helps out because it destroys Yubel. So you can get the bigger forms. For the extra deck, not really too much to say. 2 Catastor, 2 Black Rose, 2 Dark Ends, because we're playing Darks. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. There is Army Arm if I want to make it, but I don't think you need to at a lot of times. You do it with the Dandy tokens, so 2 Kayas if you need to tribute and banish stuff, Card Trooper if you need more mill support, 1 Chaos Sorcerer if you feel you need to banish stuff more, Dark Tinker if you don't like Plague Spreader, and it basically gets the card you want from it flips over the top card of your deck. Well, you look at it, not your opponent. And then you can return to the bottom or the top of your deck, which basically helps you with searching through the deck. And you can crush card it. Another nephthys if you feel like you're lacking nephthys power. 2 Allure of Darkness, banish 1 dark monster, or you draw 2 cards if you don't banish a dark. If you don't have any darks, then your hand goes to the grave. 1 card destruction sends your entire hand to the grave, get you bells and nephthys in the grave. Battle Mania, really good card with Yubel. Basically, all your opponent's face-up monsters have to attack. So yeah, make them run into Yubel so they take a lot of damage. Damage Condenser, you discard 1 when you take battle damage, and you can special summon something with attack equal to or less than the damage. And you already guessed it, Yubel. And 2-dimensional prison because it's there. Right. So other stuff you can run with this deck that I didn't say. Forbidden Chalice gets rid of annoying stuff that banishes your cards. There's like a thing, I don't remember what it's called, but it destroys your monster. Yeah, that card. There's also Ancient Forest, which I was meant to put in there, which if the card attacks is destroyed after the damage step, which gets the bigger Yubel out. Of course we're playing nephthys, so there's no point running it in this deck, but it's there if you want to make Yubel. Foolish Burial is a nice card if you prefer it over Armageddon. There's a lot of other things too. I just can't remember what they are now, but yeah, basically, yeah, that's basically it for the video. So yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tell me what you liked about the deck, what didn't you like about the deck, what would you change, what would you keep. And yeah, I will be catching you guys next time, looks like. This is Dragox55, signing up.